I'm super excited for our live stream today. We have Gwen back on again, and we always have amazing streams, and I always learn so much from Gwen. So I'll let Gwen do an intro, and then we're going to talk about what we're going to do today, and I'm just going to share this on Twitter as well, so before I forget. So Gwen, please give yourself an intro. I know you're into Vue, Python, and your YouTube channel has grown so much. Let me bring that up on the screen, and let me share a link to that in the chat as well. But there is also a link in the description below.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie. We're actually about the same on our YouTube channels in terms of subscribers.
I think you're slightly ahead. I see you like kind of inching further and further ahead. So you're doing awesome work. It's great. You do some really long videos as well, and some long live streams, which is epic.
Yeah, I think I've been streaming over the last couple years, and I've figured out, streaming and making videos, I've kind of figured out what type of content I like to do. And I think the deeper dives, longer videos are really what I prefer because I get to really dig into a technology. It's not just at a shallow level. And then also sometimes advice videos, and I kind of made a list of videos that this is what I like to make and this is what I don't like to make.
Interesting, you like the longer videos, because for me, I actually prefer the shorter ones. I find the longer ones really hard because you're planning for, say, I don't know, an hour. You've got to plan for like days, if not weeks.
Yeah.
I find that much harder. I prefer more bite size, kind of not quite like TikTok bite size, but like kind of 10 or so minutes. So yeah, interesting that longer one.
I saw you made a second channel for bite size videos. That's really good.
I did, because I actually did shorts on my main channel, and that killed my engagement, killed my views, killed everything. I lost a lot of subscribers. I think in like, I don't know, 1 week of doing, or two, I did it for 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks. I lost like 500 people in like no time at all. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, I did some research, and people said make a second channel. So I made a second channel just for shorts, which was vertical videos, but then I stopped doing that. So I'm just making it kind of horizontal, vertical, short, not necessarily short videos on that. So yeah, I might do some lives on that when I'm kind of like, by the pool or something. I might just go live for 30 minutes or something and chat with people. I don't know. That's my experimentation channel, let's say. So let's see how it goes.
That's cool. Yeah.
So today, please introduce yourself. Carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, I got kind of carried away. I think I introduced myself.
Okay, good.
If you want to know more, you can look me up under Faraday Academy or Gwen Faraday. I'm pretty much the first several pages of Google if you look up my name. So I make a lot of content on Python and JavaScript.
And Vue, like the 3 topics, right?
Yeah.
Those are the 3 that you cover.
Well, most of my JavaScript videos are Vue, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of going, I suppose, deeper. You're right, but yeah, JavaScript covers a lot. Yeah, it's late for me. Everyone, give me a chance. But no, you're right. Thank you for correcting me. And actually, a little bit more about you, if you don't mind. You freelance as well as content creator. Is that correct?
I actually work full time right now as a software developer. Actually, at this company, Relevise. So I started there in December. I used to do a lot of consulting and work for a consulting company last year, and I really wanted to work for an internal product and build it out, and also learn architecture and all of those other things. So yeah, I was really fortunate to find this company, and it's been going great so far. So I kind of make content and do that on the side, as much as I have time for. And I'm also going to school, so that's why I don't have much time for content.
Wow.
But I just really enjoy coding and teaching coding and talking about coding. So that's pretty much my life.
That's awesome. Definitely keep you busy doing all of those things.
Yeah.
So what is the plan for today?
So you might remember from the title, I think in the title of this video, I should say LinkTree. So yeah. Eddie did a video. How long ago was that?
Probably like 6 months now. Time has flown by, I think. Probably like 6 months. We did a React LinkTree, which we called Link-Free. And it's being used quite a lot now.
Yeah, I noticed on GitHub there were a lot of stars. So I'm actually going to demo that React app, if you don't mind, to get started.
Yeah, sure.
I have it up and running on my computer.
It'd be great to see the difference in kind of I suppose the complexity and the effort required comparing it, React and Vue. Because I remember last time we did a Vue live stream, I remember coming away going, Vue is awesome. How come people don't talk more about it? So yeah, that's so cool. And a big shout out to Padumna and Marcus in the chat as well, and Vikesh as well. Great to have you here. Keep the questions coming and support as well. Really appreciate it. Although I am upset with Padumna. They said they learned Markdown from Gwen. Why didn't you learn Markdown from me? Come on, I'm really upset. No, I'm not. I'm happy about that. I'm just joking. So Gwen, do you want to share your screen? I can bring it up to mine.
I'm just making sure it's the right screen. I have monitors all around me.
Yeah, I see you looking around. No worries, I can answer this question. Vikesh asks, which is better, React or Vue? The answer is door number 3, Angular. No, I don't think there is a better. I know people argue about this all the time, but Gwen, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so I think I have a good view of.
Boom! We get some sound effects. Wait a second.
View is such an easy word to do that with. Yeah, so I think I have a good perspective on these frameworks because I have used React for I think the last 6 years, and I've been using Vue since about 2017, 2018. And I also taught React last year at a coding school. So when Vue came out, I really liked the parts of React that it adopted, but it also adopted some really good features from Angular. Yes. I like that it does a lot of things for you, and it was much faster for me to bootstrap projects because of just certain design features of Vue. And they do have a really nice custom, well, I guess not really custom, but their CLI lets you kind of customize your build, which is a little bit different from Create React app, which was created, quite a bit after I started actually using React, trying to set it up, becoming a Webpack expert, all of those things. So there's no one right best framework. I think for consulting and for me personally, I like Vue a lot better because it's easier to get a project up and running more quickly. Some people don't like Vue as much because there is more, I guess, magic, you would call it, going on under the hood. And some people like that more raw JavaScript feel of React. So when I worked at a larger company or a couple larger companies before, I think React was good because they had the opportunity and the time to really set it up nicely. But for a lot of my work, I have preferred Vue because I just really like how Vue works and operates, but I also prefer the dev tools and the dev experience and how quickly it is to start and spin up a new project and, get that out to the client or show the client and they're like, wow, that was really quick. So I think that from the creation of Vue, it was optimized for that. So that's my TLDR, quick overview of opinions, but I have a lot more opinions if you want to hear them at some point. Maybe I'll talk about that more sometime.
No, that sounds good. I agree with what you say. It's again, that's why it took me so long to get into React, because with Angular, for example, you're right, you could just spin up projects. It was just all the standards. You didn't have to decide between which HTTP client to use. It was just all built in, all done, just worked. So whereas with React, yes, people argue, is Vue better, React, Angular? But then once you choose React, if you choose React, then they argue which HTTP client is better, and which this and which that. And it's just like, I just want it to work. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Everyone, let us know in the chat if you've used VueJS before. I'm interested to know.
Yeah. Also, with the chat, I was going to try to help keep up with the chat, but it says it's read only for me. So I'm just going to be letting you handle that today, Eddie.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to be doing all the hard work, so I'll just geek out with everyone in the chat, and you do all the heavy lifting.
Awesome. So this is Eddie's app. This is his React app that we talked about him making. So I have it running over here in my terminal. It's a React app. And I don't think I'll make anything that looks this good today, but hopefully we can have some feature parity so you can compare React and Vue. So there's 2 pages in this application. This is the main page at the default home route, just localhost 3000. And it's basically a list of users. Now this is a JSON file, so it's very nice, clean data coming in because it's created just for this. But basically you have all these users, and I forgot to look what the number is. Do you remember what this number is that pops up?
Which number? Oh, yes, that's how many links they've got on their page.
Okay, I'm not sure I'll get that far.
No, don't worry. Let's do the main stuff first, just so we can do kind of a bit of a comparison. But yeah, don't worry too much.
And this is the link page, and then there's also a timeline down here. So I'm going to try to create this in a Vue application. Oh, there's a skeleton loader too. Very nice. So
this is all changed since I last worked on this project, by the way. The community have been awesome. Like, so much has changed on this project. There's a drop down. There's so many things have changed and improved. They've really taken this forward. So big shout out to the GitHub community. But yeah, just the main features. I mean, don't worry too much about the details. It'd be good for people to just see the main features. Even the milestones underneath, don't worry too much about those, I suppose. Just see how you get on, and we'll create a repo, everyone, so it'll get pushed up to GitHub at the end of the stream, but also so you can get some green squares and create some issues as we go along. Actually, I do need to go create that repo as well.
Okay. Do you need to screen share for that?
If anyone wants to see it, I can. We can give them a moment to answer. I'm just conscious of time as well. But no, you carry on.
Okay. So I'm going to go over the technologies real quick. I kind of threw together this GitHub gist. It's linktree-vue.md. And this is just like a checklist for me, but I'm going to be adding to this and updating it if there are changes during the stream, because things happen. And I also want to add some more details about the app, or maybe I'll just put it in the README, but I'll have more information about setting up the app and that kind of thing. So I have this, and yeah, these are the technologies I'm going to be using. Of course, VueJS, which is in version 3, which you know about if you've been following Vue at all. Vite, which is, they used to have the Vue CLI. Well, they still have the Vue CLI, but this is kind of the newer way to bootstrap Vue projects. And by the way, you can also use it. It bootstraps awesome React projects and other projects as well. And then I'm going to be using Vue Router just for some basic routing. It's just a lightweight router that's also made by the VueJS core team. Prime Vue is a UI component library. There's also Prime React, and I think, there's Prime Angular.
And we use Prime React for ours, so I think it should probably look quite similar.
Oh, did you? I didn't even notice that. That's cool. So Prime Vue was, I think, the first UI component library to update to work with Vue 3. So that's why I started using it. But I still really like it. It has a lot of great components, including this timeline component. Wait, I clicked on the wrong person. This timeline component, which not all component libraries have this component, because I was going to use a lighter weight one, and then I'm like, wait, he's using this. So I'm going to use Prime Vue.
I've left Carl's message up on the screen for 2 reasons. One, Carl is a member of GitHub, does lots of amazing work on our projects, but also Carl introduced me to Prime React, and I've used it so much since. So yeah, big shout out to Carl.
Yeah, I'll have to try the React version. I don't think I've tried it, but there's a lot of similarities because they share the same CSS libraries and grid system, and pretty much everything under the hood is shared because I believe it's just wrapping. So there's a wrapper for Vue, a wrapper for Angular, a wrapper for, React to make it into those components for the framework. That's also why they're able to add so many new components and update so quickly with new versions, because they're not rewriting everything under the hood. Anyway, the next is Vue DevTools. If you've not used the Vue DevTools, it is a next level developer experience. It's pretty awesome. I think I showed it in the last stream on here too. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up Vue with Vite. So Vite is the CLI. It's kind of an awkward, usually my screen cuts off. I think.
You've got quite a wide screen by the looks of it.
Yeah, this is a 34-inch curved.
Nice.
So usually on my stream it cuts off here, but I think because of the layout with us on the side, it's not cutting off. So let's see, overview. So this is Vite, and I'm going to scroll down. So as you can see, you can do this with Vue, React, anything. I'm going to go to, oh, this is the demo in browser, I forgot. So scaffolding my first project. I'm going to do npm create Vite.
I haven't used this. I'm interested to see this.
Okay, I'm going to stop this server and go over here. So I made this repo already, and I'm going to do okay, npm create Vite at latest, and then I wonder if I can do dot, make it in the same directory.
Oh, clever. I think I tried that once or something. It didn't work very well. But interesting it worked this time. So maybe, yeah, this tool is a bit more smarter.
Yeah, I'm hoping it works because it seems like a little bit different than my normal Vite. Let's see, actually, because this is supposed to, I think I need to update my Vite real quick. Let me do npm. I can do npm.
No worries. If you want to do that, I can create the repo as well at the same time. So I'll bring up my screen. Okay. So everyone, I'm just going to create a repo under my GitHub account, and I'm going to go repositories. When internet loads, come on, that's hopefully GitHub's not having issues today. Or maybe I have so many repos it's taking that long to load. That's obviously a joke. Although it's taking a long time to load. Status GitHub. I think it's just status.github, right? GitHubstatus.com. Oh no, all is okay. Okay, so fingers crossed.
Oh. Okay, whenever you're done, right?
Okay, let's jump back to yours. No, we'll run back to yours.
Okay, so I think this is right. I'm just on this on a new computer, so I'm not sure because it's different than my other computer Vite setup that I've been doing. So I'm just going to give it a name and see how it goes. So my package name will be make free. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
All right. So I get to choose whatever framework I want with Vite, which I'm so happy that they did this because this is using the ES6 modules. It's like it has a super fast development server because of the technology they're using. So nice. Yeah, you should definitely try it for React projects too. Okay, so I'm not going to be using TypeScript. Keep it simple. And now I'm going to make sure I have all my files. Yeah, the dot did work. Nice.
Nice. Oh, I'm liking Vite more and more now. Sounds good.
Yeah. So this one, oh, this is the React one. This is the Vue one that I have. And now I need to run, oops, it says run npm install.
I always write the word full word install. Does anyone use the I, like the short? I always forget. I don't know why.
I spent a while practicing shortcuts and keyboard shortcuts. So I think that's when I got used to them. Yeah, I was thinking about actually doing that again on either a live stream or a video, because I have a list of like a few hundred shortcuts that I use.
A few hundred, wow. Yeah, definitely do that on a video or a live stream. That'd be awesome.
All right, so that's all.
VJ says petition to call this link V. Um, good idea. Next time. We've started already just to save time. We won't, but we can always rename it later.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. So I have that, and now I need to install the packages. And that was the next thing on my list. Can I check these? Cool. All right, so I'm going to install Prime Vue and Vue Router and set those up first. First, actually, I can show you that it does run.
I always do this check as well.
Yeah.
Just to make sure all is good.
So if you're used to building Vue apps, you know, Vue with CLI or Vue CLI used to use npm run serve. Vite just uses dev. So I'm going to do npm run dev. And yeah, it's very fast.
It's fast.
So it'll be at localhost 3000. Hey, and we have a Vue Vite app. All right.
Yes. Project's done. Let's go home.
So let's see. So I have to install the router. And this is just for some simple routing. We only have 2 routes, but it's just easier to use a router.
Okay.
Which is the same thing that you did in the React version with React Router, I think.
Yes, yeah. A big shout out to Francesco. Oh, Francesco's saying the font size is a bit small, especially in VS Code. Francesco, thank you so much for the feedback.
Oh, okay. I can zoom in.
Yeah, that is better for me as well. I was kind of squinting a bit.
Oh, it zooms in on all windows at the same time. That's cool. All right, so I have that. Oh, let me install Prime Vue. So Prime Vue, you already know if you've used Prime React, it's like 4 different things you have to install and set up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And let's see, I need to install Prime Vue, the library, and then Prime Icons, which I'm not sure if we'll use icons, but maybe if we get there. So, oh, did I do that? Okay. Let's install that then. And then I'll install this one. And then
it's interesting to see how you have all the same challenges that I do. So it's not just me. So this is good.
Yeah, all the same mistakes.
Oh, Francesco, thanks for joining. Awesome to have you here. You're always so busy. So thanks for coming to say hi. And I look forward to catching you over the weekend, probably on a Twitter space or something. Oh, we got our call tomorrow. We're recording a video. So catch you tomorrow.
All right, and so here is the CSS that I need. So I'm gonna have to import this CSS. And there's one more thing I need to actually install though. So I installed the icons, I installed the main library. I need to install here it is, Prime Flex. They just changed around their site, so everything's in a different spot. So it looks really nice now. So this is their responsive library, so for their grid system. So I'm going to copy Prime Flex, and I think, yeah, that will include this Flexbox part and the grid system all on this one. So install Prime Flex. And so those are the three separate packages I need to install for Prime. And if I go back to my checklist, I'm just trying to keep things in order, so I'm not all over the place.
Super organized. Love that. I'm just like winging it. Everyone's trying to help me. I'm getting it wrong. Spell my name wrong. So this is great.
I think you were so good on your stream, it was intimidating. So I was like, oh, I have to be really organized. Yeah.
It's because everyone was helping me. That's why.
Yes, we are coding live.
We are.
Yeah. Okay, so I have that. Let's see. We saw that it's running. And now I need to actually set up the pages and the router. So one thing I forgot in my checklist is I have installed, but I need to actually set up the component library. But that will only take a second. So I'll go to my main JS file. me actually, yeah, I have the React one in the background because I'm going to need to copy some JSON files from over here.
Okay.
So here, I need to import, let's see what I have in my clipboard. Okay, let's go to Prime View. And I think I can close out of Vue. So I need these three things. I'm gonna paste those and fix it in a second. And I need to import Prime View and then do view.use. So basically telling Vue that I want to use this as a package. And okay, so I'm a little picky about my import order.
Me too.
And I always do custom components and libraries first. And in Python, of course, I have three sections because I have the standard library, third-party libraries, and then these imports.
I like it.
Yeah. So, okay, so I imported Prime View. I'm going to actually set this equal to a variable. Oh, wait, app equals. And then, let's see, app.mount. And that's going to let me chain things onto app without it being one big long line. So I'll do app.use prime view. App.use prime view. And then I believe, you can do it component by component. You can register components globally like this, but I'm just going to pull them into the Vue components just where I need them. So I don't need to do that step. And yeah, and then the CSS, I think that's it. Oh, let me make sure I did the grid correctly. Let me go to, okay, let me go back here. Prime Flex. Yeah, Prime has so many things. They have those pre-built blocks too.
These must be new maybe since I've seen it. I think a lot has improved since I've used it.
Yeah. Actually today or yesterday, I was getting ready for this and I looked at the website. I'm like, wow, everything has changed on the website in such a short amount of time. So let's see, setup, pim install, import from, you may include the library. Yeah, so I have to include the Prime Flex CSS
okay.
library. And I think that's it. So I switch back and forth between component libraries. So it's always like a little bit of mental adjustment. Okay,
Yeah,
so I think I
context
can
switching
just,
is always hard.
yeah, I think I can just use that, right, for the CSS library. Let's see. Okay, so why did it copy like this? What is going on?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Wait, no, that's
is it
because
also
I saved it.
formatting?
Oh, what is it doing? Oh, because of my poor, because this isn't proper, it's wondering, what are you doing? Is this a string? It thinks I'm dividing here. That's why.
Oh, see, yeah. Okay, I got you.
All right. Well,
that's quite interesting. It thinks it's dividing.
Yeah, because it doesn't know what to do because that's just sloppy.
Yeah. I thought this was some magic Vue stuff.
What?
I thought it was going to be magic Vue stuff. You didn't need the quotes or something.
Oh no, it's not that magic. It's not like Ruby or something. Okay, so import, yeah. Could we copy it? It's just, I'm trying to find the right keys for this. Okay, so there and there. Oh, I get this one.
while you're doing that, I'm just going to answer this question. Is switching from React to Vue really worth it? It is all very subjective. It depends on the project you're building. It depends on kind of, the client or the job that you have. It could be affected by location, because some countries or some towns or cities have a bias towards certain libraries or frameworks. So it really depends on your situation. So I would check it. Once you learn one of them, I think the rest are easier to pick up. But I wouldn't switch just because of the hype you see on Twitter.
Yeah. And you can always try both. It's not like you have to permanently switch between one and the other. I've probably used, I was counting a while back, like how many JavaScript frameworks have I used? It's been about a dozen, including mobile frameworks. And, sometimes for one project I'll use one, and for another project I'll use another. So it doesn't have to be this binary, like either you are a React person or you are a Vue person, Try them out, see what you like. There's definitely some features that you'll appreciate from Vue, and some of them you'll recognize, oh, they got this from React. And in fact, they did steal a lot from React. A lot of good ideas there. Okay, so I have this should be up and running. And I'm going to set up my router. Usually I create a folder for routes, but there's nothing going on here. So I'm just going to create a little router file with the routes and the router. And we're going to have 2 routes. So I'm going to go to the Vue router page here. And let's see.
I'm interested to see how they do this. If they do it like React, they do it like Angular, they do it completely differently.
It's not like React router. It's been so many years since I used Angular, I can't quite remember what I used to do. The last major version of Angular I used was, I think, 1.6.
Oh yeah, that's changed massively since then. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I did mentor students in versions 2 and 4 just a little bit, but I could just look at the code and kind of figure out what was going on and help them out a little bit. So I never really learned it after version 2.
Yeah, it had some definitely some more changes as well later on. Again, not so major, but definitely some interesting things.
All right, let's get rid of these comments. All right. So, oh wait, I've been in Python mode for some reason. All right, so I should change that in the workspace, I think. That's just going to be annoying. So, oh wait, it'll be tab. Right? Oh, not in user, workspace. Tab size 2. And that should change it. Right? Yeah. Okay, so new files will just have 2. Actually, I'll export this router. I need to do my imports. So, I hate when one program hijacks another program's hotkey. I was trying to create a line before this, and it opens my Scrivener scratch pad for book writing. It's a serial writer, so I have to be writing all the time. I can't help it. Nice.
Do you have a blog? I'm guessing you do.
Yeah. Most of my longer articles, someone asked, is PHP still alive? Most of my longer articles, thanks, Cigar. They're on Free Code Camp because I like supporting them, and also they just get a lot more views on that platform. And then I'm working on 3 more books, so stay tuned.
Wow, 3 more books.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So import. Okay, import, and then I need to import. Oh, actually, it's just using the default export from Vue Router. So I'll go ahead and do that instead of pulling things out. So Vue Router from Vue Router. And I'm defining an object with my routes here. And I should be pointing routes to components, but these components aren't created yet, I don't think. Yeah, they aren't. So I need to create these components so that the routers working. And then I'm creating my router here. It's using history mode, which we're not deploying this app right now, so that's fine. Otherwise, you can use the hash router. And then I just need to pass in my routes. And this is the new syntax for Vue 3. Everything kind of follows the same pattern, including state management routing. They have this function that's exported, create whatever, like create app, create router. So it's really nice coming to Vue 3 because not only did they completely rebuild it to be a bit better, faster, more compatible with modern things like TypeScript, but they also like standardized the API and cleaned it up a lot. So yeah, just talking up Vue a little bit here.
Oh, well, it's good because everyone just shouts about React for so many years. So it's good to get a different perspective.
Yeah. So I think this is set up. I just need to create these components. And then this is set up. So I think that's good. I'm going to go back to my checklist. And so actually for the router setup, I did put create 2 pages. So let me go and create those 2 pages. So components, I usually have 2 files in my, or 2 folders in Vue apps, technically both with Vue components, but anything connected to the router, I put in a views folder. And then I'll have subcomponents in the components folder, like pieces of pages. And that's just an organization structure that has worked well for me. Sometimes I also, depending on the size of the app, I might also have a layouts folder with layouts that are shared between different views and stuff. So yeah, that's my organization structure. Even though this is a small app, I'm going to have some standards here.
No, that sounds good. That sounds nice. I like that. Organization is good. Consistency is good. We have a question from Carl. Do you know if Nuxt.js has already migrated to Vue 3?
Yes, they have. Is it still in beta? I can't remember if it's in beta or the full version, but I do know people using it with Vue 3. Nice. I really like Nuxt too. If you've used React Next, it feels similar because I used Next there's so many 4-letter ones that begin with Next, it's harder.
And there's Nest as well that Carl uses for our API as well. There's just like, yeah, there are so many.
Yeah, I used to get that confused actually. And in one of my previous videos, I had those 3 confused. Yeah, but I've used Nuxt quite a bit and I used Next at a previous job. So, but it feels like they're the exact same thing. Like, it's like, anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, but it's like Gridsome and then Gatsby. So one's for Vue, one's for React, but it's the same patterns, same everything, GraphQL. It's just, yeah, a Vue version and a React version. So there's a lot of parity between these 2 frameworks.
Carl has actually moved into SvelteKit now. So I wonder if anyone in the chat or Gwen yourself, if you've had a play with SvelteKit. I've had a play. It's quite interesting.
No, I've used Svelte a little bit before. It feels a lot like using Vue. I just haven't seen a need yet to use it in a project. I guess overusing Vue.
Makes sense.
Let's see. I have user list. Let's call this user profile. Yeah. So Vue components, it's a bit different than React because you have the .vue extension, which also works there's Vue DevTools. Let's see, what was the Vue DevTools? The new one is called, let's see, there's Viter. Oh, the new one is Volar, actually.
If anyone does want to see, sorry to interrupt, Gwen, carry on.
What? No,
sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, if anyone does want to see SvelteKit, Carl is doing a live stream with me on Monday. He's going to take us through SvelteKit.
Oh, cool. Maybe I'll check that out because I haven't seen SvelteKit yet.
Awesome.
All right. So yeah, this was actually, it used to be called Volar, but now that it's the official one, I guess they renamed it to Vue language features. Anyway, this is the Vue plugin for VS Code that you should be using. Okay, so I have these two components now. I'm going to, let me see if I have snippets on this computer. Let me start. It's Vue based. No, I don't have snippets installed yet. That's fine. So let's do this, make a template. Let's make a div and say that it's a user list. And okay. I'm gonna copy this over here and user profile. So let me just get the router working first. At least something will be working in 40 minutes. All right, so I have these two pages and the, where's the router? Oh, I need to put my router in here and I need to import the pages in here. So
Okay.
let me import my router. Let me do import router from, let's see, /router. And then I think the syntax is app.use router. And it would be the same for state management and everything. Okay, so, oh, I am exporting this as a named export. So I'm gonna have to do this. There, that's gonna be correct.
Good spot.
And now I have to import these two components in here. So I'm going to import, let's see, user list from, I don't know if, so Vue usually has this shortcut, which is @ and it means it's a reference to the source directory. So you don't have to do .. // So this is a feature of Webpack usually though. So I don't know if Vite has this, but I wonder if I should just try it live and see.
Let's try it. Our fingers are crossed. Is everyone
Okay.
crossing your fingers and your toes?
Well, it did autocomplete for me, so it might be a feature of VS Code, or it might be because I did something right. Oh, I do have to add the Vue extension, because if you leave it off in JavaScript applications, it assumes it's .js, so you can leave it off. But if it's .vue, you have to actually put the extension. I don't think there's any shortcut around that. Okay, so I have user profile and user list. User list will be the default route. And I haven't streamed Vue in a long time, so this is exciting. But I've been working on this one Python app for several months.
Oh wow! So you've done it like in mini parts. People
Yeah.
can follow along.
Yeah. Okay, so user list, user profile. Oh yeah. This one will actually be, I think I'll do user / and then user ID. And I think this is the correct syntax for Vue router. And views, let's see. Route matching. Yeah, this is the syntax, dynamic routes. Okay. So I have all of this set up. Let me run the app and see if it is in fact working.
We're getting some shout outs in the chat, by the way. Your Twitch streams are awesome.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Let me drop your YouTube channel in the chat as well again. Everyone, Gwen's YouTube channel is in the description below, but I will drop it in the chat for convenience as well.
Thank you. So yeah, it looks like it is not resolving @. So that must be because it's Vite, which doesn't use Webpack under the hood. It uses ES6 modules. So that would probably, any shortcuts here, maybe I'd have to set them up myself. Let's see.
We'll go old school.
Yeah, I'll have to. That's okay. So I'll do views. Yeah, that's better. Oh, I can just replace the dot. Okay, so that should work. Let me see if this builds now. Cool. So now, this was the React version. They're both in the same port, actually. So let me leave that one here and do local host 3000. And great, we get an error. View router does not provide an export named default. Okay, that's to be expected. Okay, so the only thing I think I have to do here is, and then I can do this, is create router, and then create, let's see, web hash history. Oh, this is hash. Is this a hash router instead of the history router? Anyway, we'll find out. Okay, so I have those exports. It should be working. It says it reloaded. Yes. Oh, now it's just complaining about my dev tools. If you don't know, that Vue dev tools did come out. So they were using beta version for Vue 3, and now as of last week, I think they came out in the full Vue 3 version, which is exciting. So if you used it before and you could tell they were still updating it, it is now in, out of beta. Okay, so yeah, it is using hash router, so that's actually a good thing.
It wouldn't be a live stream if something didn't go wrong. People would think it was too staged. So it's good that we get errors and work through them. And so just a shout out to Saga. They came up with some code if you want to use the @ So I'll just drop that on the screen for everyone. So thank you for sharing that. We won't use that now just to save time, but it's good to know that it can be added to the config.
Okay. So let's see. Oh, that's right. It's fighting with my router because what I've done is I still have all of this in here. So let's see. I'll get rid of this and okay. So in my app.vue, I need to import things into my router now. So let's see, create app, and go through my app.vue, and then I am drawing a blank here. Wait 1 second. Okay, so I have my router, and I import my app.
I'm sure the community would jump in and help as well. I haven't done Vue in so long. Last time probably was with yourself. I'm actually not sure.
Okay, because I think everything's right. I'm just wondering, because in the app file, I should, this is very new syntax, by the way, script with this setup option, because this is all composition API inside of that, which is cool. Okay, so let me go ahead and get rid of that. Now I have my template, which, so usually in here, maybe I'm just having like some brain fart right now.
And it's early morning for you, so it's early morning for you, late in the evening for me. So it's people will give us a break, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was so, I guess, excited and anxious about the stream. I woke up at like 5 and then 6,
oh,
and then
wow.
7 and 7:30.
Oh no, don't be anxious. It's okay. People in the chat will help us. Everyone, don't be shy. Share your thoughts and ideas below, and we'll work through this together.
Yeah. So usually I have like router links in here, and then 2 whatever place I wanted the router to link. But now, for some reason, I can't remember if I should import the app.view into the router. So I feel like
Saga says, I don't know if this helps. It might make sense to you. It doesn't make sense to me because I haven't done this. Router-view, I've just brought it up on the screen.
router.
Does that help?
Oh, yeah. What am I thinking? Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So I will need router links at some point because all of those routes to components will be router link. But okay, let me just, I don't actually need the extra divs. So let me save this. And I need to put router view in here. That's the thing, because this is where components, actually I'll get rid of that because I'll just be adding that again. Okay, this is how it displays components. So this is my root component. Any SPA application will have this root component. And then I'm sticking router view in here, and the router will inject at whatever path I have, the router will inject that component into there. So that's what's going on. Thank you,
Got you.
Cigar.
This is why I think Angular is so much easier, because you don't have to because it's like a framework rather than a library, you don't have to try and, I don't know, just components are chained off components. Like it actually has like the router already built in. So I've always found Angular so much easier. And I know people get scared because there's a lot more to pick up to begin with, but it's just there and it works. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I just find it, I don't know, it's just I find it's React and Vue, that point of view, because they're more library. I think we're with Next and Nux, I found easier. It just seems to make sense. It seems to make more sense.
It gives you a lot of built-in features and patterns, like even code organization. But I would say that Vue does come in between Angular and React.
Okay.
Because the router, the state management, all of those things for React, it's like you pick what you want and you set it up yourself. For Vue, they have core team maintained, officially documented ways of doing all these things. And all these libraries like Vue Router, Vuex, which now Vuex 5 is called Pina, so there's that naming going on. But all of those things, even for testing and most of the standard stuff that you use is maintained by the core team and part of the official Vue ecosystem. So even like the Vue CLI will set those things up for you. When I use React, it's like, oh, I think, I'm going to probably use React Router this time. What do I want for state management? That's been all over the place. I've probably used like 5 or 6 different React. Most recently, I've been using ZooStand for React. Anyway, so it is a little bit different in terms of the design decisions and things like that. So I would say there's Angular, which is fully batteries included. Vue has some batteries, and then React is like whatever you want to do it, basically.
I like that example. Batteries all included. That's really good.
Yeah. Okay, so hello world, I'm not using that anymore. So I'm gonna actually delete that from my components. And oh no, what did I do?
It's imported somewhere potentially.
How?
Maybe you have to restart the app.
Yeah, maybe.
It sounds like it's in maybe one of the kind of dist files.
Okay.
Yeah, it probably worked now. Yeah, I see that happen a lot.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. It's like when I used to do IT work. Did you try plugging it in, unplugging it, flipping the switch? Like most.
But I think for speed, a lot of these apps, they don't wipe completely the cache. They try and update part of it and be smart and so forth. So deleting stuff never seems to kind of go.
All right. So now I think the first thing I should do is display all these users in some fashion, any fashion.
Yeah, just a list is fine. Don't worry too much.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a very slow setupper.
No, this is perfect. This is good. I think some people go too fast and people can't follow. So this is perfect.
Okay, well, I'm very slow if you like that. So let me
Yes.
copy the data. So Eddie in his stream, in your stream, I don't know. Yeah.
Who's Eddie?
Oh, not app.json. I need
No, it's
list.
list. There we go. Yeah.
So you have this list file that you use for that main page, and then you also have data files that you use for each individual page.
Yeah.
So that seems like a lot of manual labor. So
it was a temporary solution
good
until
for
we got our
you.
API up and running, but it's people enjoy getting the green squares by adding their profile rather than logging in with, say, a GitHub, and then so we've kind of left it, but it's grown quite big. So yeah, we're still discussing what to do with it.
Okay, so there's two different ways I could do the data. I could do what Eddie's doing, put it in public and make a fetch request or something. I'm going to do the cheap way and just put it in my source directory, and that way I can just import it like any other file.
Awesome.
So I'm going to paste it, paste that, and then I'm going to copy this whole, well, it's called data inside of data. That's weird.
Maybe just grab, or just grab a couple or something.
I can grab the files. Oops. Can I grab all the files?
Yeah, I think you shift, I think.
Yeah. Okay, let me try again. Oh my God. Wait. Shift that. There we go. And now right click. Okay, copy. And I'm just putting them all together. Paste. Yes.
Awesome.
It's a lot.
Yeah, hopefully someone's name isn't called list.json.
No, it would have complained already.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I don't think we do.
Yeah.
I'm kind of teasing.
Yeah, I'm just not real good with jokes. All right, so
British humor versus American humor. I'm usually better at like enjoying American humor. I don't watch British TV or like movies and stuff. The American one is just easier for me.
well, the UK came out with one of the best shows of all time. The what is it? Black Mirror. Not humorous at all. But
no, it's not. I watched a couple of those. They were all right. They were required too much effort and energy from me. I need simple stuff like Friends and stuff that is spelled out to me. Joey's my favorite character.
Okay, I haven't really watched Friends, but my friends from other countries, they like to use that TV show because it teaches them colloquial expressions and like how to speak English in America. So that show is actually useful and funny. Yeah. Anyway, so I want to display the list. What am I going to do to display the list? Let me get out of my app. That's already working. I don't really have a navigation here. Or I have navigation, but not like a nav bar at the top. So I don't think I need to add anything to or app.js right now. Well, I might have the search bar there. Anyway.
No, don't worry about the search bar. That's fine.
Okay. So we'll worry about it if we get there. I'm going to do script. I'm not going to use script setup like you saw in the other component because I'm going to do the options API because there's a few different ways you can write Vue components. This is just the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to do export default in object. And then if I want to, I can add the setup function here, or I can do, I can add whatever options I want on here, like functions, methods, all those things. So, and I'll be doing that as I go, I guess. So what I want to do is import the user list. So I need to import that JSON file. So I'm going to do import users from, let's see, I have to do this. So it will be data /list.json. And then I want to be able to use it in my template, so I have to add it as data in my component. And data needs to be a function. So I'm actually going to use I'm going to use the shorthand here and then turn object. And anything inside this object is what I can use up here in my template. And also I can use it because Vue will inject it on the this context of this whole object. So I can use it in any method or anywhere and also in the template. So, okay, so I'm going to do users is users in the file. And then let's see if I can display those. First, I'm just going to, I'm just going to dump it on the screen. So if you've used Jinja or any templating, Vue lets you choose your templating language, so you can actually use JSX or anything.
Oh, okay.
But the default one is, just the double mustache syntax with a bunch of directives and stuff. Yay, it's there. That's good. Not too bad. Okay, so now I need to loop through each user and make this legible. Let's see, this is a user. All right. Oh no, I think I got too much. So
you got a bit much,
this,
yeah. I think
yeah.
it's shorter.
Oh,
yeah.
This has almost no info. Oh, and then there's a lot more info in the individual files.
Yeah.
Okay. I see now why this took you 3 hours. All right. So I'm going to get rid of this, and then I need to loop through each user. So I need to create a for loop, and should I make a div for this? Let me make a div first and then just display them. So for for loops in React, I keep comparing React because I know you talk about React a lot in your channel.
I never used to be Angular, but yeah, I moved over to React.
Yeah. So in React, you do it, you pretty much have the curly braces and then you do some kind of map, you map over the list or something. In Vue, there's actually a directive for it. So for creating a for loop, we can do v-for, and then I can do user in users. I do need a unique key here, which you'll find you have to do that in any framework, I think. So username will be unique. So let me use that as my unique key. So I'm going to do key. So Vue has all kinds of shortcuts. So vbind will bind a value to whatever I want. Like if I want to bind a value to the key variable, I can now put JavaScript inside of here and it won't parse it as a string, if you get what I mean. Because if I just did key equals, this is inside of HTML, so that's now going to be a string, right? But I want to pass in a variable. So Vue has this directive called vbind, and whatever I put on the right side of the colon will be equal to a variable. So in this case, the variable I want to use is user.username. That will be a unique key. And the shorthand for vbind is actually to just do colon key.
I knew there was a shortcut. I remember last time there was a shortcut. I was thinking, is it a hash colon? Like, what is it? Okay, it's just colon.
Yeah. So it's either colon, and then for events, it'll be at, like at click, at key up, all those things. Okay, so now I want to display something, which I need to do inside of the double curly braces. I'll just do user.username for now. And it's not my favorite because I'm so zoomed in, it's auto formatting, but now it's not doing what I want. So
maybe remove the file list down the side temporarily, like as in just hide it.
I can do that. Okay, yay! So now there's all the users. Now I want to grab a prime view component to display the users. Oh yeah, I did that. I was going to, so this is the component I was thinking about using because, oh wait, let me get this back up. Okay, because you had these rounded things, you know, with each person's name in it on the main page.
Oh, that was yeah. It wasn't an actual button. It's something in Prime. I think it was actually Carl who suggested it. I can't think what it was called, but there was a section. Is it avatars or something near the bottom? I remember it being near the bottom. There is something specific.
That would be awesome.
No, maybe it wasn't avatar then.
Oh, I think avatar is when you put people's avatars in the thing.
Yes, there was something else. Oh, chip. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate it. Big shout out to Sylvia as well. We've got a YouTube video coming out hopefully this week. So yes.
Okay, because I was trying to figure that out this morning. I'm like, what do I do for this? Because I don't want to write custom CSS.
No, we didn't write anything custom. I don't think it is all like quite vanilla. I think it just Prime gives so much available already. As Carl helped us, let me just slip in this question from Carl. What is the VS Code theme that you're using?
Grevbox, and I believe it's.
I have no idea how to spell it.
Let's see, color theme. Yeah, Grevbox Dark Hard. Grevbox is so amazing. I use it in my iTerm.
Oh, really?
I use it in Obsidian. Here, everywhere I can possibly use Grevbox, I use Grevbox. And I'm using the Grevbox Dark Hard. They have a couple different ones, but just look at the beautiful colors. It's like fiery and colorful, and it's my favorite.
That must be really boring on my live streams. I just use I think the vanilla, whatever comes out of VS Code straight away.
Oh, you should try this. You'll really like it.
I don't know if I'm cool enough, but I might try. I might see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, I get everybody into keyboards and themes and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, maybe you don't want to listen to me so you don't go off the deep end. Okay, so yeah, let me just grab a chip and see what happens. So I'm not sure why they did this, but they have a script tag down here, but it's not importing chip. So I guess they're just assuming it's globally registered. But I didn't do that, so the only way I can make it available in my components right now is actually to yeah, I have to import that individually. So I think I can do this. Import chip from Prime View, and then I need to register it as a component. So I'll do components, and this will be an object, and then register chip. Oh no, what happened? Failed to resolve entry for package Prime View. Oh, what is it called? It's called Prime View.
Do you need to do Prime View /chip?
Oh, maybe.
Like which one it is? Yeah, I think so. That is a complete guess, but I have no idea. That's what I think. I helped for once. Oh my god! Put this on record, everyone. AD actually helped for once.
Yeah, that makes sense, and probably because you did the same thing in React.
So. I did exactly the same thing. Yes, so that's why.
All right, so I have that. Oh, good, it's broken. Your chip does not export. Oh, this one. Yeah, I need to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Change it. Okay, good. So now I'll use chip in here, and let's do this. I really want to turn off auto formatting. I'm so scared to save right now. So let me, what do I have there? I have chip here, label. So label, I think that's the text, right? So I want to do user.username.
And you have to put a colon in front of it.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, got you.
Okay,
Cool. I'm trying to. I wasn't saying that because you were wrong. I was just saying that for me to try and remember it for the future. That's why.
Oh no. Oh, that looks good.
That's perfect.
And you had the animations, like the growing and shrinking and everything too.
Oh, don't worry about those. I didn't add those. Someone else added those.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's been iterated on a lot since my live stream.
All right. So I want to add everyone's profile pic. I also want to display these in some kind of.
Do you mind if I make a
nice-
suggestion?
Yes.
I was thinking again, conscious of time. What I was thinking, rather than putting the profile pics, maybe we make them clickable and we go to the next page where we can see the list of links.
Yeah, that's actually a very good idea. Okay, so I can make these chips clickable. I need to wrap them in, no, it's called router link. I need to wrap these inside of a router link with to and tell it where I want to go. Let me just leave that for now. And then I'll do this, and then I'm trying to, which key did I put? All right, so I have this one, there we go. And then this one, I guess if I just saved, it would have.
I was going to say save might fix it, also might break it. But
yeah. Okay, so I have the router link, and what time is it? Okay. We still have like 15 minutes. So yeah, and if I don't finish now, I don't know if we want to finish asynchronously, like we can all PR this, or if you want to finish on another stream or whatever you want to do there. But
I don't mind, I'm flexible.
Okay, so what was I doing now? Oh yeah, I need to link to user/user ID. Now, is there a user ID? Oh no.
That is the username is the ID.
Okay, so username is the ID, so I'll just, then I should change this because that sounds weird now. So I'll do name.
But there is a name as well, so I would do probably username, yeah.
Okay. So let me do link. So this one will be users/. Oh, I know what I have to do. I'll get rid of this. So to, and this will be, right, users/, and now I have to do user.username, and then let's see, and that's good. I'll close that, and now of course that's the parts that is JavaScript.
I forgot about that part. I did so well last time.
Yeah, you can tell from the highlighting too. If it's a string, it'll highlight it.
Oh yes, that's true. Yes, that's true.
As the nice grub box green, and this will be the nice blue. Okay, so I think this should link to a page anyway. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. So this is a very, very ugly app, but hopefully we can get it working anyway. So now when I go to a page, I want to pull the user ID. And I know, okay, so Brave, I haven't figured out how to zoom in on this yet, on the box up here. So it might be hard for you to see, but it's just users/ and then that user name that we're going to. And I need to pull that name. Let's see. Oh yeah, in user profile. So when the user profile page loads, I need to pull that name from the router and then get the appropriate JSON file that's associated with that name. So let's do script. Oh, why is Sylvia laughing?
Oh, that was to do with my comment about the Sylvia said, I'm totally cool, because I said I wasn't cool enough. And she said, because I got a photo of my computer with a Python. And then I wrote, I did, and I was petrified about doing it. But I was like, I've got to do it for the gram. That's the expression, or for socials, right? So, and I didn't realize that that was a baby Python. It was massive. It was baby Python, and they said, "Do you want to get the bigger Python?" And I was like, "This isn't the big one." And I was like, "I'm good. I'll stick with the baby one." It was very scary. And Sylvia has a Python, pet Python, by the way.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot of internal dialogue too.
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was something I was doing in the code.
No.
Something. So I'm trying to think the best way to do this. So if I want to get that, so I need to do inside that object, I'll have to do this dot. I have access to the router because Vue uses dependency injection. Oh, wait, so I have access to this dot router. No, actually, I'll do this dot route, and then I think I can do. Let me look that up because I should be able to do something like this and get that variable. But let me look in Vue.
Then you can use that to get the HTTP request. You have to import the file that you want. Perfect.
Yeah, but it's not going to be an HTTP request. It is.
Yeah, sorry, import. Yeah,
an import. Maybe it would have been easier with a request, but we'll see. Listed routes, programmatic navigation. No, I want to. Oh, this is passing props.
if anyone knows the answer, write it in the chat.
I should just look it up. So let's see. Let me see. Vue router route variable. A lot of times I look it up in my own old code. So I'll look through my own GitHub at things. So let's see.
And I'm wearing my Stack Overflow t-shirt today. It's perfect.
Route.meta.title. Route. Oh, that's the name of the route. Oh well, I'm gonna try it, and if anyone knows the answer off the top of the head, then okay. So this is what I'm thinking, and I don't know if I'm thinking correctly, but I'm just kind of free flowing here. So I'm gonna say user and set that equal to. But I have to import. How am I going to import here?
Yeah, which is maybe why HTTP was easier for this, potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do dynamic imports.
So actually, this one, I was thinking, anyway, what I was doing was weird. So first, I think I need a lifecycle hook here. So React pretty much has, I mean, if you're using functional components, you'll just use effect for everything. But Vue actually has all of these named. It'll be before mount and mounted. The verbiage is very specific in Vue. So they have all these different ones. Anyway, I usually mounted.
I can say, I think you're missing an N, and Sylvia says you're doing great, doing amazing.
Thanks, Sylvia. Okay, so mounted, and this is where I want to pull it in, but I'm not sure if I can import in here. But that's kind of what word to use, sketchy. Let me do a fetch. Let me move everything. Anyway, it's just data. I thought I could take a shortcut, but dynamically doing it, I'm just gonna.
Carl has shared a link. I can't copy and paste it out of this, which is a bit painful.
Oh no, I broke my own code now. So I'll have to fetch this one too. So this is what I'll have to do. So let me change this and fix the list component first. So I'll do mounted in here. So when the component mounts, it'll run this function. And, oh wait, I need to do this. And then I'll do fetch, and then should be able to, let's see, make a get request for data/list.json.
Will you have to? Oh, you've moved it to public. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then I'll do let's see, const users. I can't remember with fetch. Do I do dot? It comes back with. I have to await the JSON, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Let me do response then, and I do.
I hope I'm giving you the right information. I'm pretty sure. I copy and paste like from previous code as well. So, actually, I'll tell a lie. Now I use Copilot, and Copilot's auto-completes for me. So I get really lazy.
Oh, does it actually learn your own patterns, or is it just from?
It's a mix of both. Yeah, it does learn. I'm pretty sure it does because it always starts to look familiar to the way I do it.
I was gonna copy paste from your code, but then I accidentally closed it. So, oops. Yeah.
Probably best actually.
So let me see if I do users and I can do res.json. I have to await that.
You will, yeah. Do you need to await the fetch? I can't remember. I think you do, don't you?
Oh, yeah. And then that needs to be async.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I can set this.users, which Vue under the hood is mapping anything in data and any methods all to this context. So I can do this.users equals users, and that should work. And now I can delete this, but I will have to set this. I'm going to set this as an empty list. Okay.
Okay, fingers crossed. We'll get that list on that list page. I'm sure we can.
Yeah. Let's see. A lot of errors. Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, from import to HTTP in under 30 seconds. Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Usually I think, oh, I'm going to forget everything because I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, there's so many different pieces of coding. It's like you can't do it all the time. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here, right? I need to set a user variable. User, and this will be an object. Why is it doing that? Okay. And then this will be, I should just copy.
I was going to suggest copy paste.
Yeah.
Copy and paste your friend.
Is it stressing you out that we don't have much time left?
No, it's fine. Plenty of time.
I'm just starting to feel it. Well, I have a meeting with my bosses at work pretty soon. So
no worries. When you need to go, give yourself time to take a comfort break and get a drink and all the rest. So when you want to stop, just say. No
I do. Oh, I do have coffee, but I forgot about it. Thanks. Okay, so I need to, let me just assign this to a variable. So I'm going to do this, and let's say this will be username equals.
And mounted will need to be async as well.
Mounted. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you.
I helped twice in like an hour and a half.
So const res equals await fetch. Let's see. So this will have to data slash. Oh yeah, this is easy, right? Yeah, I'll have to make that a template. So user name, and then this will be that, and then this will be that, and that shouldn't be it. Oh yeah, this would be
Oh yeah, singular.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I missed that. My bad.
Okay, I think that's good. And then that will be set to here. So then I have to display the user. So we got something done, something very, very ugly.
But functional, and that's key.
Yeah. Okay. Please work, please work, please work.
Oh, we're close, we're close.
Let's see.
What was the error?
Nothing there. Let me. No, that's just view DevTools. Oh, property user was accessed during render, but is not defined on the instance. What's going on? It is here. Oh, I'm not returning it. Oh, that's why that was weird. I was like, why is it separating that? Because it didn't know what to do with it because it's not inside of a return statement.
Got you. Yep, it's
my editor is letting me know things, and I just don't realize it. Yay! Look
awesome. To prove it works, can you go
Yeah.
back a page and select a different person?
Yeah.
Yay! Okay. Awesome.
Oh, I'm so happy about this.
2-page view app reading dynamic data.
Yeah. If I have, should I do something in 2 minutes or?
No, don't. It's entirely up to you. Don't stress too much.
Yeah. Let me see.
2 minutes will go fast.
Oh, I reloaded this page, so I have to recheck everything.
Oh, we should have saved it.
Oh, I think.
Oh, it has got them. Yeah, checked.
Oh, it does. What happened?
Yeah. Not sure. While you're doing that, let me give Gwen another shout out. So everyone, say thank you to Gwen in the chat. I hope you had fun in this live stream. I know I did. And also Gwen does live streaming on Twitch and does more of a, what do you call it? Like a series building a project, taking it into a lot more detail, which I think is awesome. If you'd like a part 2 for this to work more on the app, to see it compared to our link-free project, then let us know. We can do that. And
we just
also,
got to the good part right now.
Yeah, things always take a lot longer. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Let me share with all of you Gwen's YouTube channel as well. So do subscribe to Gwen's YouTube channel.
Yeah, hopefully you can come on my channel soon too.
Sounds good. I've just seen you were at 28.8. I don't know how many, and you just jumped to 28.9. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. It might have just been like 3 people. I don't know, but that number has changed, so I'm really happy. So
yeah, thanks for this, Eddie. This is great.
No, thank you, and thank you everyone for supporting as well. It's been good fun. We will, I'm more than happy to join you on your channel as well. Let me know. It can't be Python or Vue though. I don't really know anything about those. But...
Oh, I have big plans for Git, so we have to talk sometime.
Okay, I use like the same Git commands over and over again, so I'm quite limited, but I can try and I can brush up. So it'll probably be good. Yeah, no, it sounds good. Let me know. Anything I can do to help, more than happy to help.
Okay.
Awesome. If you have a couple of minutes, I'd love to say thank you again after the stream, but if you need to go, then go, honestly, not a problem.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to bring up the holding page. So we'll give everyone any last closing words you'd like to add before I bring up the countdown and stop the stream?
Yeah, thanks for joining everybody. And I've been dying to do a Vue stream. So when I saw this on my calendar when I was doing my weekly planning, I'm like, yes, at least I'll get one Vue stream in. So this was a lot of fun. Hopefully you're interested in a round 2, finish this app. So bye everybody.
Thank you. Bye everyone.